Getting started here shortly. Finishing a few things. We aren't even 10 minutes into the stream, and my desk camera has crashed once. This is why it's getting replaced. Alright. Can't wait till I get my desk one. Close the door, because...
Christ, what's the hold up?
All right. Get to know the rabbi and his escort.
Such rare guests.
Oh, that's right.
One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet,
How do you know I'm a priest?
it's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you looking for friends among us?
Let us say rather that we have chosen a side. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Or maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way.
Should be.
For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith.
We don't talk about
And
that
instead,
raid.
he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait. A blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough.
I mean,
I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
those are some very pointy shoes. I mean, I don't think letting him run out of money is the best idea, but that's my opinion.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Chevalier.
Prezzo. The last of
I
my
feel like I
line.
was taking up
I
too
am
much
a
of the screen.
warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also a
It's the
manière,
French guy that I
a
got
poet.
caught.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non.
I mean,
And
listening
I'm
to him
glad
talk
to
about
meet
it
a new
is.
friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire
He's a
compliquée.
dumbass.
It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère.
Let me do something real quick. Alright. We're gonna limit everything to 8. And do the same over here. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Actually, we can probably go to like 9. Test. Test 1, 2. Do the same thing here. All right.
It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron.
No. Okay.
Have.
Ah, je suis
This is
désolé.
fine.
This Bohemia is a strange land. I have...
This one only has a limiter. Supposed to be set to 9. It's doing it too much. So let's go to like 8.8. And try that.
see farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
I mean,
The last time was at Nabokov. And I'd be happy not to have to repeat it.
Ah, indeed. I have heard it was a very unequal fight.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
a
with that
fact.
cannon is an understatement.
No one was expecting von Bergau to turn up with that diabolical invention.
Diabolical, perhaps. But in my opinion, it shall be the future of warfare. Perhaps one day the generals
doubt.
will sit back drinking wine,
I mean,
while such
literally,
devices shall wage
tanks
war
are just
for
mobile
them.
cannons.
Do you reckon the defense of Kuttenberg would have gone better if you had them? You say you're a poet. How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Touché.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say, incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Quite.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing.
This is going well.
Do you have the news? I'm not going to die.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
I continued drinking wine.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health. And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here? I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of... That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that? I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering. Is that so? Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Oh. Who's Sir Godwin here? Is there something that I've missed in the lore?
It depends what it's all about. A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings. That's a weak word. And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that. Well. Oh. I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace. We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army. When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop. Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources.
Is it
He's
that
able to
weekend?
tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield. But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly
Wait.
not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Bocek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly.
About
Who
these
do you want to start
lords.
with?
Bocek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
All these rich people.
Anna of Waldstein. A widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a...
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Okay.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
Well. Hopefully this
God be
works.
with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
Alright. Get some water while that's running. You're probably gonna go back there anyway. Now what? Yeah, that's what.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ! Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although...
Which ads? 1 minute. Ads in 25 seconds. Seven, 4. Alright. Says the ad break is over.
Between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
What do you know about Liechtenstein?
How do you know Liechtenstein is behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans. But they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord
scheming kind of
Liechtenstein,
requires you to
on the
keep secrets.
contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine.
Touché.
And beneficial deals.
Okay.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on 2 fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead.
Dead in the end.
But watch yourself. Odoran's groom has eyes everywhere.
Alright. Let me check something here. Alright. Okay. Car. Double checking. Godwin is my man. I mean, Godwin is hilarious. Hopefully I get this right. I only had 1 savory schnapps, so I have not done any playtime as Godwin, obviously, because you know you can play most of this as Henry. Is it?
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek.
It's Hammer, isn't it? Or Hammond.
Lord.
That's... I'd like to check your
How's it
horses
not
out.
going?
See if they're as good as
pretty
you
good.
say.
I
Even
was
better. But you won't
busy
believe
doing
it
a lot of
until you see for
dishes,
yourself.
trying to get
And you might
kitchen
not believe
clean,
your
and then,
eyes when you do see them.
out. 1 second.
I wanted to...
And then was trying
You
to
wanted
decide
to
between this
apologize
and
for
doing my
crashing
sim
into
racing.
my
and
home
decided I
without
didn't
it
want
by
to sit
your
on my
leave.
sim
Or to
rig for
arrest
now,
my
so,
guests some more.
you know, just chilling, trying to finish this before the
wanna have a
DLC comes
word
out.
with
How's your
Olga.
not going?
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then.
Oh, goodness.
What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Did he say
Is this
father?
a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and
longer than I
booze.
thought it would be.
I got him a place at
And
the
after this, I have to jump to
Archbishopric
Elden Ring, so
to have some
a
sense
lot of-
beaten into his head.
A lot of RPGs
Only
to
it wasn't
finish.
long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sasau.
No.
But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again.
It is a figure.
Try saying it
Which
again
one
a
it is
little
specifically,
longer.
I
They
couldn't
might
tell
not have
you.
heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the
I got it from a
impertinence to
buddy of
show
mine.
me your face
Actually, both
after
of
the
them
way
I've
you
got from
disgraced
buddies of
our
mine,
whole
so-
family?
The next one I get is a Telecaster. You're exaggerating as always.
You're exaggerating. Like you've always done.
Alright, let me... one second. I think it's just a player. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a player. Obviously, this one's a little bit lighter pink, but it's probably got it on the stock, doesn't it? Probably look it up. It does say special edition, and I can probably look it up on the serial number. But I think that one right there even says special edition, so. I mean, it looks similar to this one. Yeah, yeah. So. It's just a player. And yeah, that's about what I paid for it.
Exaggerating?
It's not bad. The only thing that sucked, because I was trying to keep it all original, was as soon as I got it from him, the center pickup went out. Like, there was just nothing at all from it. And he was like, there's no way, bring it here. And I brought it over. We tried to fix it, resoldered a few things. Wouldn't come back. And I was like, screw it, I'm just going to buy a new set. So that was one sad thing, is I couldn't find the same set of pickups to go back in it. But I think I got some, I forget which ones that I got exactly. But the ones I got were similar and they sound fine.
You're the one who
And then
turned
my
my
fiance
home
wasn't trying
into
to
a
sleep.
house of ill repute. Your horse
probably just plug it
wandering
into the
around as
orange
if
and
they
play it,
owned the
but,
place.
Oh,
I would have to set up the Scarlet too, and I don't feel like setting up the Scarlet.
Roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh, God.
I'm not happy about it, but I accept.
I mean,
This isn't
I'm
how
just
I
not going to
imagined
sit
my
here
first
and...
meeting with my brother.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
You asked for
Cover
this,
your
bro.
right side! You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through!
You dumbass. Like, I'm a trained swordsman. Like, I forget what his stats are exactly. Yeah, like, I haven't even played him. He's got 20 in sword and 18 in warfare. Like, why are you fucking with Godwin, bro? People be dumb. Alright, swap the documents in the saddlebags. Nobody's out here right now. Oh, but they're...
What brings you here?
Hey, you
Greetings.
fuck off.
What do you need?
Oh man, the amount of stuff that they added to this game compared to the first one for an RPG, and the amount of stuff that you can do to like mess with people, and then the amount that they just remember you, it's ridiculous. They've done really good with this. And the fact that, I mean, frankly, personally, it worked on the first day and wasn't just riddled with bugs that were game-breaking bugs. It was more of like, if I found a bug, it was kind of funny. So, yeah. Godwin, you're a broke bitch, but we're gonna
I just
bribe
need to
this
get
guy.
something from the shed. You know what? Take this here.
You never
you saw
played the
nothing.
first one.
All right?
And what's there to see?
Not a sausage.
Didn't play the first one. I don't want people to see me do this. I feel bad. But we're gonna do that. Probably should have read them. So I got the first one, and keep moving around your litter box like I'm supposed to beat you. The combat in the first one was so difficult. It was just unlike any other game that I played. And I forget what difficulty I had it set to, but I'm pretty sure it was unrealistic for my first playthrough. And I did not have the patience to be defensive in combat. I was just like, I'm gonna go in here and just kill everything. This game, you literally just have to parry and wait, parry and wait, parry and wait, and pray eventually get an opening instead of just, you know, trying to beat down everything. So learning the combat in the game did take a while in the first game because it was very punishing. This one, having known that and just being used to how the combat style was, it feels a lot easier in this one, and like it may be more open to new players. But that just could be because I'm used to how the combat style is. So, but the story and the world and just how big the map is definitely ridiculous for game 1 to game 2. Oh yeah. I think most people try to brute force it out the bat, and it's like, I'm gonna beat your system. I will find a way around it, and then it just, you know, you kind of get Dark Souls for a little while, and after you get kicked in the face, you're like, all right, I'll learn. But how bad is it? And then once you get a few moves, and like the biggest thing for me that I need to do now is, as Henry, is go find a few swords masters and like other weapon training guys, and whatever moves or secrets, whatever they call them, techniques that they can teach. I need to just learn all of those, and yeah. Lady Rosa. I don't remember Lady Rosa off the top of my head. Catherine, I remember her just because both Henry and Sir Capon were talking about that bosom. Lady Rosa. You the one? Oh yeah, I gotta go back to her and actually romance her. So yeah, that was kind of the plan after all these meetings, was to go back and see what she thought about that book. So
I don't feel much like that.
because I did get an invitation to come back, I just been busy doing this bullshit. All right, Lady Anna.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here,
Why
I
the
can hardly
fuck
hear my own thoughts.
Are Henry
Here they are.
and Godwin so loud?
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite.
You just finished this?
But let's
yeah,
drink to
I
our
haven't
bargain.
been here
Okay.
and been playing. Man, everybody's getting me fucking drunk.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success
I need to
of
go
our
find
efforts.
stuff to steal and see if I can get some hair of the dog anywhere. Guys yelling and begging. And yeah, they did really good, I think, about making this game such that you didn't have to play the first one in order to understand the story. So I'm pretty impressed with that. That was not something I expected.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that?
None of your
Father
business.
always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Why?
Oh, I know.
Well,
in
I
the first
apologize
game,
for
there's a
going off
lot
like
of.
that. I had to, so that
So father
A
would
lot
be
of drinking
satisfied.
him and Henry get up. Him
I
and
know.
Henry get up
Only
to.
he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And still no luck. No, he's just always been an ass.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
No, I think him
Only
and
3
Capon are
days.
both like in their early 20s. I
got
think they're like
soft.
really 23, 24.
I always wondered
I think
who
is
you
the
were.
age they would put them.
There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out
I
of
mean,
my own
22
parish.
maybe?
But now,
Because the
I
first
have a chance
game.
to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
And so the first game was like 18, 19, something like that, maybe 20. It was right in that age range. Because my assumption in this is like drinking age is like either 14 or 18, depending on, you know, timeline and all that and what they allow. So, like the war.
The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him
I mean,
myself.
yeah.
He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me and tell me what it's all about.
This is not gonna go well.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
That's a good one. Just bring me out drinking sometime. I'd appreciate it. Absolutely. All right.
Christ, it's hot out.
When I killed died.
Hey, Jimmy, thanks for the follow. I just watched somebody walk through this wall. I don't know how I feel about this. I could have swore somebody just walked through that. I'll have to go watch the replay later and see. It was you, I'm pretty sure. You just like walked out that fucking wall.
Have you seen that farmer's daughter?
See, all right, what I find weird about Twitch now and how they do stuff on the activity feed and whatnot is they used to have it to where like when people followed, subbed, and did all the other stuff, it showed up in your chat. But now they're just putting everything in the activity feed, similar to what they did in like Streamlabs and Stream Elements and all the other streaming apps that you used to use. So yeah, after not streaming for like 3.5 years or whatever it was, it I fixed all that. The stream stuff is actually good. That's all fine. But I'm talking about like on my notification side on like what I see. So like pop it out real quick a second. Yeah. Like the pop out chat here, like it used to in the actual like my chat area or like, you know, my stream chat, it used to show me everything. But now pop out. Same thing here. Now it's just I have to have an activity feed that actually shows you like what's going on. So, yeah. There's just a lot more integration that Twitch is at it on their end. That way you don't have to use a third party. All right, where is he? This guy's in a weird spot.
Good day.
Well, move.
Puked all over my feet.
Oh, because it's the bed. Now you went back in my lap? All right, make up your mind.
We're trying to forge an alliance against our common enemy.
Those 3 water sprites.
No, it's just weird, like,
They remember
after
well
not
how the bird
messing with anything
appeared and
for
last
years and looking into the interfaces because you get busy with work and crap, going back to it and trying to relearn the interfaces. I mean, there's even the like streamer bot whatever or streamer.bot thing that like 90% of streamers use that I watch, and I have not taken the time to set that up, but that's got a whole lot of macros and everything to like do different pop-ups, control OBS and other crap. So yeah, it's just a whole bunch of other crap that I have to learn that I haven't taken the time to yet.
The rest of it isn't my...
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes.
You've been
and
out
now
here
you're all
bitching
jostling
and
to win
drinking
me
for the
over
last
for
like
him.
40 minutes at least. Like, you've had plenty of time to drink 2 glasses of wine or beer or
Does
whatever.
that improvement include a few thousand men at arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men at arms as a convincing
The other night
argument.
before I went to bed,
And 100 horsemen
whenever
on
I
top.
had to,
Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
I had to go find the Mint Master and convince him to let me into the meeting with Sigismund. And after that, I was like, well, I'm going to bed anyway, so I just drank a snaps. I drank a snaps and I was like, I'm gonna go on a killing rampage, and just killed everybody in Vivek's house and like around it in Kuttenberg. And I was not a very well-loved citizen. People would just look at you like, murderer, and run away and go find a guard. Yeah, the fact that you couldn't kill him of all the people in that mining quest was a bit disappointing. But story-wise, I get it. He's got a direct communication with Sigismund, and if you kill him, it's kind of like, hey, what the fuck happened to this guy that I appointed? You know, big in trouble. So
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it or not, we've gained other patrons for our cause too.
Really? Name at least one of those lunatics then.
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
Truly? Well, let's see about it then.
I wouldn't mention the word lunatic.
All right, let's discuss it, candidly. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone
kind
of
of
suitable
games?
standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
So that's going to range from anything from Tarkov to iRacing. Oh, let's see. There's a ton. I've got the new Oblivion because I have problems. I've got the RuneScape Dragon Wilds that I need to play. So a lot of RPGs, like, you know, even Project Zomboid was really fun, some sim racing stuff. Honestly, I haven't played Call of Duty in who knows how long. Elden Ring, Hunt Showdown, I've got a lot of hours in. The most hours is probably like Rust with close to 500 on my Steam. Noida was a lot of fun. So yeah, there's just a lot of random ones. So yeah, mainly RPGs, you know, a lot of Bethesda games, I'll admit. Bethesda were some of the first RPGs that I really got into. Even Dungeon Siege was probably one of the first like harder actual dungeon crawler games that I played. So extraction shooters, you know, Tarkov is really the only extraction shooter I would put down in a platform that I would say I like. I've tried the other ones. They're they don't tick the box that Tarkov did whenever I first started playing Tarkov back in like 2018, 2017. So, and I haven't played Tarkov since probably 21 regularly. Just because, Hunt Showdown. This one's a different kind of like extraction shooter. Like, yeah, it's still kind of an extraction shooter, but this one is more arcadey to me than I would say a Tarkov kind of extraction shooter, what other extraction shooters are going for. But yeah, Hunt's kind of an extraction shooter, but Hunt's more of a I feel Hunt's more laid back than the other ones. Just in my opinion, like the vibe that I get from it whenever I'm playing it. All right, Liechtenstein's unmarried. Let's see.
I believe
Liechtenstein RPGs, some shooters,
And an uncertain
whenever I'm
party.
feeling like it.
Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to
But
blackmail
mostly,
both of us.
a lot of the time lately has been on sim racing, iRacing. So, but that's just because I have a pretty large setup, Let's see. Right there, but triple monitor. Got to see everything. Got a stream deck over there that I probably should have put on my desk over here, but needed extra buttons on my sim rig, so it went over there. All right, what about you? How about no? What about Capon?
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
I need to get it replaced with something that's a bit better, but yeah, for now it's... When I say for now, that's probably gonna be in the next 2 to 3 years. It's definitely worth what I paid for it.
He may be young, but...
Oh, come on, Capon's probably the best option I like out of all of them.
He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
It was definitely worth the money that I put into it.
Right now,
my original setup was just like a Logitech
quite happy with
920 or 923
On
with a
the
single one
other
of those
hand,
monitors.
The
Or
Lords
actually,
of
the single
Lyca
monitor
have
that I'm
a
playing
good
on now here.
reputation, and Hanush can always be
It was
relied on
great,
despite his temper.
but I quickly,
Maybe
like
it's
within
not
6
such a
months,
bad
was like,
idea.
I kind of want a direct drive and I want 3 monitors because I had seen a couple of triple monitors and I was going back and forth from triple monitor and VR, and most people with VR said that they couldn't do long-term racing. They could do like a 20-minute to like maybe hour and 20-minute race, but anything beyond that, they kind of got some eye fatigue and they got motion sickness or something to that degree to where it just really didn't make sense for like doing any endurance racing. And I was like, yeah, I kind of was planning on doing some of the like 6-hour or 12-hour, 24-hour races that iRacing has. So I was like, I'm gonna go triple monitor since I can control that a bit better, and that's what most people that I see do whenever I was watching like sim racing and stuff like that. So yeah. The only my buddy also has a console, but he plays on PlayStation, so he plays Gran Turismo and he got a Fanatec set up. So. And then another buddy of mine got a Moza, and he's pretty happy with his Moza, but yeah. I went the expensive route. I got an Ace Attack, so it was worth it though.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice.
And
now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
That pre-rolls, but I'm I'm going to snooze that one in a second, so I can maybe go talk to. I'm gonna go talk to Capon first. And of course, you're not over here. All right, where's the wine? Capon's by the wine. I really want to play Expedition. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing that, and it looks really, really good. I just can't convince myself to buy another game right now.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole damned place. There's some old bat standing there with 2 young girls, but she watches over them like a mother hen. So at least tell me the good news.
You're getting married.
You're going to get married.
Good one. Is she at least pretty?
I don't know. I've never seen her.
You're really a barrel of laughs, Godwin. Wait till Hannah
this was worth it.
Now, enough nonsense. Let's have a drink to your health and my freedom.
I figured he would have enough to do. Okay.
To your health.
He doesn't believe it. That's great. Yeah, no, Expedition is on my list, but I bought this game when it was new when it came out, and I didn't finish it yet, so...
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded
Yeah, I need
by
to stop buying new
hawks.
games.
Job's the nightingale.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek,
Yeah.
the elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? My Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the
Finding
hell
the
did you
time
do
after
it?
work and everything else. Yeah. Finding time to play this between sim racing, work, chores, keeping up with house, bullcrap. Yeah, no, it. Yeah. Finding time to game and adult. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. As far as games this year, games all time RPGs, yes, no, it's. They've done amazing with this game and this universe that they've set up.
Well, I explained to him how such an alliance could be mutually beneficial.
Mutually? What do you mean?
Well,
He's got a pretty serious personal interest in this... bond.
Stop beating around the bush and spit out what you promised him.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Oh, you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we? Cheers!
Not a word to Hans.
Cheers to you! And to your parlaying skills!
Goodness. Alright, well, I mean, that worked. Everybody got what they wanted?
That bastard go. Next time, I'll kill him. I will, if he so much as looks at her. I swear I won't be able to stop myself.
Couldn't she tell him to go to
Oh
hell
my
herself?
goodness.
Oh, I reckon.
Alright, there's an ad in 1 minute, and I cannot snooze that one.
Sir Bocek,
You fucking
your
fucker.
niece Yitka
Goodness, the
can
talks.
start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed.
Yes, Games of Thrones.
Without reservations.
Indeed.
Then
I mean,
will
I've never
fulfill
seen
my
her,
end
so
of the
hopefully
bargain
for his,
without
you know,
reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunsta.
hopefully for his end
Enough
of the bargain,
formality.
she's at least,
We'll have
you
a
know,
drink.
good
What do
looking
you
enough
say?
for him not to complain about and go, you know, looking for other wenches.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yinka
Good Lord, I'm
and
just
the
drinking with
unhappy
everyone.
Lord Caitlin.
Here's to a good bargain.
All right, add in 10, 5, and I'm gonna pause and wait. That's starting soon. Don't want people to have pre-rolls when they enter the channel, so Twitch makes you do things like these. Ah, no, I just smoked. I'm good. Probably need to clean it. If it actually starts, I mean, usually there's a pop-up and everything. You gaming on anything tonight, or are you just hanging out and browsing on the internet? There it goes. Okay. Very confused for a second. I got you. I had leftovers, and then my fiance made cookies. Grabbed frozen cookies from the freezer that we saved, I should say. And some cookies. The other day we made peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, they were delicious. Alright, I'm just throwing away that filter. It's not worth cleaning anymore. It's seen the ends of its day. No, so they make filter. Minute 16. Assuming you have like Nitro or something on your Twitch. Alright. Is this Catherine? No, you just have a blue dress that looks like Catherine. I love how you can just interrupt and play dice. It's kind of rude. Oh, I'm getting very drunk. I don't have... Oh boy. Is there anything I can steal? Come on. I think she stayed behind in Gutenberg.
Know how I ended up at Crossroads.
Think they gave you an opportunity to try to sleep with her as Henry, which I found hilarious.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion
All right,
of the
we'll have
negotiations.
another ad in like 30
Is
minutes.
this
so.
supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
Yeah, that's the other thing I need to set up too, is the point system. I've not even touched it. There's so many things.
It would seem
on
that we have
Twitch.
all benefited from the break in these proceedings.
Yep, it did. It came
New
through.
alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans.
Oh, well, that's supposed to go tell
We
Hans.
shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait
Just the
with an
text,
army at
interesting.
our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Oh, he thought it was a joke.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks,
Man, these
along with an
arranged
army.
marriages.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Is more powerful than the sword, but you know. I mean, for a one shot, that turned out pretty good. I think that all my interactions went pretty well. Are you trying to sneak off? What are you doing, dude? Yeah, what are you doing? Weird. Have you done the quest for me? Yep, I've done that. I need to go back and say hi to him. Yeah, those were pretty funny. Like, having to do all the setup and, like, actually make them have a duel. That was pretty good. I wasn't a huge fan of his page or his, like, understudy losing his cool. And not accepting the kind of outcome of the duel, but it is what it is.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty.
I mean, I understand you had to set up, you know,
We will put it to rights.
You've already said that.
some kind of
I want to
worry
hear real solutions.
We
make sure
will
you
put
won
more
against the
guards
one
on
guy.
the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields?
I wasn't expecting the
And
curly
how
red
is it
hair.
even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
Because they can't prove shit.
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share.
Oh boy.
You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants.
Oh, God.
Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None.
Uh-oh.
I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect.
Fuck.
He will make sure you finally do your duty.
The city is going
Sire,
to suck.
that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else.
Throwing the hammer down. Bam.
The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy.
Don't leave, boy.
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had needed him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have
oh, fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be
I
relied
have the
upon.
right wine.
And
I have the right wine. No. Oh, wait. Okay. We're not accepting that fuck up. I'm gonna get caught if that happens. I had the right wine and I second guessed it.
between the two of us, Margaret. Was I
All right.
too harsh on you?
So I just gotta sit here.
Candidly. We have
And I
had
swear,
enough
if you
of
change
forced
up, you son of a
flattery.
bitch.
Sire, you are harsh. Rightfully so.
All right, I'm pretty sure I'm screwed. Yeah, I'm screwed right now with obsession still. Monastic is the red wine, yes.
They need to be shown their place. You suffered their insults.
I forget what they call the white wine, but yeah.
And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them.
I'm gonna awkwardly
We are
stand there
glad
and look
he's
at you
not
holding
here.
a cup of wine.
He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides.
Do you want some wine too? No?
Human mercenaries. They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer.
I was gonna say I
our
could
going
poison
now
it, but
than
I
a
don't
few
have any
months
poison
ago.
on me. Damn.
Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
Oh, it's gonna be that simple, huh?
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough.
Keep your distance.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn
okay,
ass
I'm sorry.
and relinquished that throne that
Stay
he
on
has
this
no
side of the
use
table.
for anyway.
Understood.
The nobility,
Save
on the other
games.
hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
It's an RPG, so I mean, you know, I do it to explore some of the outcomes. I don't necessarily do it to make sure I get like the best outcome.
First, they'd have to be
Sometimes you
willing
just
to
gotta do it
make
for the
peace, at
hilarious
least among
shit that
themselves.
happens.
Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides.
You won't change to white, you bastard. I'm gonna
Maybe.
be pissed.
But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
I mean, honestly, the detail that they do
But the wine is
on like his face is pretty actually is kind of scary. I can't really get close to yours and look, but I mean,
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
do you want some wine too?
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
Can I be released?
While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Ramosh. Alderaan won't give you any more.
Nope. Okay.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
Spoken like a true general.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly.
You bastard. I knew it. No more red. I don't want to get too drunk. We have the light wine now. White wine now. Really? Rude.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary.
Yeah, let's not do that.
The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
I mean, sure.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
I just pulled that out of my ass, I'm assuming. Did I finally get there as Henry, or am I going back as Godwin?
Surely you don't want...
We're Godwin. We're definitely Godwin. Yep.
Margaret Lobster.
Either. The sausages were also delicious. And when those two girls came by carrying their...
Now we close our doors for the evening. People here know.
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As
Another
they
toast.
say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come
brighter
now.
tomorrow.
What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Not even a little. Maybe. I'm too old for that.
Oh, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional.
It's almost
warrior.
midnight.
See
my
now.
eyes are getting droopy,
I'll
so
gladly drink
after
to that
this conversation,
with you. Only
I'm probably
there's
going to
nothing
call
to
it.
drink.
But thank you
We've
for the
run
follow,
dry.
Super Jimmy. Speedboat Jimmy. I almost said,
I've got
yep,
a tongue
see,
like
I'm
a
tired.
slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well,
you have a good night.
Get something wet for us then.
I think
His
I'm going to head
lordship
off to bed
is
as soon
so
as this conversation's
unsteady on
over.
his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop.
Let's have
Your
cookies.
father surely has
I wanna
something
eat some
better
cookies.
stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it.
Getting more
I've
drunk?
got a
I'm
nose
already
for
plastered.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Goodness. Game saved. Alright, find a jug of wine. Okie dokie. That is